Well, today I'm having a second look at Cadillac's full-size luxury flagship sedan, the CT6. This time I've got it for a week and I've got the fully loaded model here to show you all kinds of tech on the inside. I'll get to that in a moment. Now, as I mentioned, this is Cadillac's flagship model, and it fits kind of between two categories, mid-size and full-size luxury. It's right-sized in their opinion, and it's made of a composite of steel and aluminum. For example, some parts that maybe were made up with many sheets of steel now have cast aluminum, and it helps shed weight. And that is all done to save fuel and give it better ride dynamics. I particularly like the direction Cadillac is going with their design. I've been on record saying I think they look great, especially from the front. You've got these beautiful headlights. Instead of the LED accent lights going horizontally, they go vertically, and they really make a statement. It continues with the small Cadillac crest in the middle of the grille, very sharp and clean lines down the side of this car. Cadillac has turned to a more sophisticated European design that I think will appeal to a lot of people. So this car is right-sized. It has a large back seat, but small enough that makes it a driver's car. And you know what? We're going to start in the back seat. I got some cool things to show you. All right, I'm in the back seat of the CT6. As I mentioned, this is a big car, full-size car, lots of legroom in the back. I'll get to the seats in a moment. I want to start out with the rear infotainment system. And what we have in this car is a 4G LTE connection. So we're connected to the internet. Now you can tether something to that. For example, in here in the center of the armrest, I have a Chromecast dongle. The car delivering a Wi-Fi signal to the Chromecast and then to the screen. And I'm able to receive video, for example. So I have connected on my phone. Cadillac's is hand-cut and sewn interiors, and they do a beautiful job of taking is my review of the Cadillac Escalade. So I'm basically watching YouTube in the car connected through that internet connection. And you could use just a regular USB if you wanted to download any kind of music or movies and play it onto these screens. And it's just amazing that you're absolutely able to stream shows over the internet into a car while you're driving down the highway. Now on top of that, I'll put that away. This car has buttons down the side here of the armrest, and this is a massage feature. In addition to that, you can also have the seats recline. Yeah, you can recline the seats. So put a show on, put the massager on, and then watch Zach Spencer reviewing a Cadillac. Essentially, what is, say, a Suburban. This guy's good. Get into a Cadillac. Now, General Motors, with all of its vehicles, is going through a massive weight reduction. And using so much aluminum in this car gives the CT6 great posture on the road. Plus, it's available with magnetic ride control. So in the center here, you can change the mode from sport to touring, and it even has a snow and ice setting, and it does make a difference depending on the road surface you're on. Available in Canada, all cars come with standard all-wheel drive and two V6 engines. The first one is a 3.6 liter. It's not the 3.6 we've had in Cadillacs for many years. It's basically a smaller version of the more powerful 3-liter twin turbo. So the 3.6 has a lot of power at 335 horsepower. Then you get the 3-liter twin turbo. It pumps the horsepower up to 404 horsepower with 400 pound-feet of torque. Now this engine's remarkable because and the engineers at General Motors have told me this, it's hard to do this, to have a car with forced induction like twin turbocharging and also have a cylinder management system. So right now I'm driving along at a steady speed, and it's actually a 4-cylinder. Then you put your foot into it, and then the other 2 cylinders wake up. So yes, we've had that technology in other General Motors vehicles, but to have it with forced induction like that, with twin turbocharging, really is an engineering marvel. When you look forward, this is a very clean and simple look, similar to the way the outside is. Not a lot of buttons. You have a trackpad in the center that you can use to activate the large screen in the center of the dash, or you can use it as a touchscreen. It depends on what you want. The reason there's a trackpad here is you could trace letters and numbers onto it. Say you're looking up an address in navigation, or you're looking up a contact in your phone list, you can do that on the trackpad. In behind the steering wheel is a complete digital instrument cluster that you can change and program and set things up exactly the way you want. Now, the infotainment system is called Cadillac User Experience. It's quick. You can go between different things, as I mentioned, either on the screen or on the trackpad. And the leather in here is really beautiful. Everything is hand cut and sewn. The top of the dash is all leather. Even the glove box front is all leather, beautifully put together. Everything that looks like wood and chrome and leather is the real deal. This car also has what's called active rear steer. Yeah, that's right, the rear wheels turn just a little bit opposite the front wheels at low speeds and the same direction as the front wheels at higher speeds. Now, as you would expect with a car of this stature, it's got all the latest safety features like lane keep assist, collision avoidance. One of the coolest features, the first time I ever experienced was in the CT6, you pull the lever down on the rear view mirror and it changes from a regular mirror to a very wide angle rear view camera. It's a separate camera from the regular backup camera, and it gives you an amazing wide angle that lets you eliminate your side blind spots. It's really a fun thing to use. Now, as I mentioned, the one I have here is fully loaded, plus it's got the 3-liter twin-turbo engine, and it starts just under $100,000. But don't worry, you can get into this car with all of the same good looks starting at $64,000 with the 3.6-liter and standard all-wheel drive. If you want to get the first of the 3-liter twin-turbos, it's $74,000. So I think it's a very compelling package, especially when you offer that 3.6-liter. This car is loaded with tech, and I love the styling direction Cadillac is headed.